With the release of this audio recording, Trump is ruined. There is nothing he can truly say that will get him out of the hot water that he's in.
News has obtained the audio recording from 2021 of Donald Trump discussing what he called secret and highly confidential documents that had not been declassified. The recording first aired on CNN, and it'll likely play a central role in the federal criminal trial against the former president in Florida. Catherine Herridge reports.
Today, the former president defiant on the campaign trail.
We did nothing wrong. This is a whole hoax.
After CBS News and other media outlets obtained an audio recording where the former president 2 years ago allegedly shared with a group at his New Jersey golf club a sensitive Defense Department plan of attack on Iran.
It is like highly confidential, secret. This is secret information. Look at this.
Yeah, that's his voice, his words, telling people to look at something he knows is highly confidential.
A recent criminal indictment of the former president for the willful retention of national defense information includes a transcript of the conversation allegedly between Trump, a book writer, a publisher, and 2 staffers. The indictment says none had security clearance.
Trump also said, as president, I could have declassified it, and now I can't. But this is still a secret.
Former senior Justice Department official Tom Dupree.
Is it reasonable to believe the special counsel has interviewed those individuals?
I think there's a very, very good chance that he has. They were witnesses to the alleged criminal activity. They can help fill in some of the gaps. What documents did the president show?
The audio recording appears to contradict Trump's explanation that there was no classified Iran document.
We had a lot of papers stacked up. In fact, you could hear the rustle of the paper, and nobody said I did anything wrong.
Trump has consistently said he declassified all the records he took from the White House. But in the recording...
As president, I could have declassified. No, I can't, but this is classified.
I think that the special counsel will be able to use this recording very effectively before a jury because he can argue that they've captured on tape the defendant narrating his own alleged criminal activity.
As I've said before, just let Trump talk, and he will tell you all the crimes that he's done, because he brags about them like he's not ever doing a crime.
CBS News has learned that Trump was not charged in the 37-count indictment with retaining the Iran document that he boasts about on that audio tape. Special counsel Jack Smith's office declined to answer our questions about that memo or the audio tape itself. Trump has pleaded not guilty to all of the charges, John.
So, Catherine, if the Justice Department is not charging Trump with having this sensitive document, then what role does it play in the indictment?
That's a good question. Based on our reporting, this goes to the idea of his state of mind and intent that he had an understanding that the records he still maintained had not been declassified, and after he left the White House, he was no longer able to do so. Former senior Justice Department official said to us this may be challenging for the special counsel if they don't actually physically have this Iran memo. And recently, when we spoke with sources close to the Trump legal team, they said they were not confident it had ever been recovered and returned to the government. So this really is a case of watch this space in the prosecution.
Right. And the notion perhaps that such a document might just be floating out there somewhere is an interesting one. Let me ask you this question. Catherine, the federal judge in Florida, Eileen Cannon, has denied the Justice Department's request to keep secret the list of 84 potential witnesses that the former president is barred from discussing in this case. Why does her ruling matter?
Well, it's a little bit of a surprising ruling. In national security cases, it's not uncommon for a lot of the evidence, sometimes the identification of witnesses, to be under seal for some of the obvious reasons. It appears that the judge in Florida has decided that sort of the ultimate in transparency is required here. So this list will be public. Part of the argument with the special counsel, and in this case, in a lot of cases like it, is they want to reduce the harassment of these individuals, let alone, limit any conversation between the defendant and those witnesses.